Hello! In this tutorial I'll show you a quick overview of the page editor. So let's just log in our framework, choose one of the workspaces, doesn't really matter which one, and then let's select a project, and we can see that we have here the tools explaining how the framework works. Let's just skip them and let's add a new page in our projects. When we create a page, by default the system asks, okay, how do you want to build your page? Do you want to be yourself to creating your page, or do you want to use a pre-built page that we already have in our store? If you choose the pre-built pages, it will list basically all the pages that we have in our store. That you can see we have corporative pages, portfolio pages, we have online newspaper pages with articles, with events, with social networks. So we have a bunch of pages that are already pre-built and that you can choose and then start working from there. From now, let's just go back and let's choose the user-defined page. Let's click continue, and the next step, it will be the system. It will open the page editor showing again the tours. Let's just skip the tours, and the next question that the system will ask us is, okay, how do you want to design your page? Do you want to be yourself designing everything from scratch with the empty canvas, or do you want to already have a template, a theme, and start designing it from there? So if you choose the browse themes, automatically it will show here the install templates. There you have the install themes. If you don't have any, you can import new themes, or if you want to add more, you can do import new themes, and automatically it will be listed the templates that we have in our store. For each template you can preview, and then if you like it, you just click installed. So currently, as you can see, we have here the installed templates where you can choose them, preview them again, and then select the specific template, and automatically the page editor, it will show that specific theme, so you can start working from there. For now, what we're gonna do is we'll just choose the empty canvas, just to showing you easily the page editor. So after I select empty canvas, the system shows me the page editor. And the page editor is composed by a top bar and then these panels below and a bottom bar. So the top bar is composed by with the label, is composed by a label saying where we are. So we are editing a page through the visual workspace. We are editing this specific page, so the test page. And then in the right side we have here some buttons to show basically our canvas area, our page as a mobile view, or we can change here the dimensions to tablets or to any dimensions that we wish, or we can put this again as a responsive layout. And then we have another button to preview the project, to preview our page in this case as an end user, as the same way that the end user it will see. And then we have a button to save and other options that we have here. By default, the autosave, it is disabled in the page editor. So all our panels in the framework that we have the autosave active. The page editor, it is a little bit more heavy. So for a better user journey and a better user experience, we decide to disable the autosave. If you wish, you can always come here and enable it. It's still fine, it's your choice. Okay, so this is the top panel. If you want, you can flip then these panels below here by going here and do the flip layout. So you have here a bunch of options that you can play around. Okay, so below, what do we have here? In the left side we have basically some panels that the current panel selected here is the widgets. So the widgets are HTML elements that you can just drag and drop into your canvas area. And the canvas area basically is the area where you will design your own page. Currently we don't have any template selected, it is an empty canvas, but if you switch to a template, you're gonna see the template here. So if I come here to this option here, switch template, now I can browse templates, and if I select like this template, I will see that my canvas area, it will show the specific template, and now I have here a bunch of regions that I can just drag and drop my widgets into that specific regions. So these are the widgets parts. Then we have the layers, which basically shows the structure inside of each region. So if I want to access specific elements in the regions, I just need to click them, and automatically in here it will show the properties of each element. However, there are some elements that can be hidden in here in the canvas, and that I need to access through the layers panel, through this panel here. If I click in each layer, then I can see the properties and I can edit them directly. Then you have the modules and the blocks. So basically it's something similar with the WordPress, where in our framework you can install modules through the tools. So we have here a feature inside of this tools icon to manage the modules that you can install. Basically we have in our store multiple different modules that do a bunch of things. So a module basically it is some pre-built functionality where you can use that functionality just by configuring some parameters. And then automatically the system will receive, based on that parameters, will receive that as an input, and basically it will return an output based in the input, in that parameters that you choose. So basically we have a bunch of modules to show articles, to list articles, to show a specific article, to create menus, to create events, so to do a bunch of things. So the modules you can access through here. Then we have the database panels, which basically show us all the databases that this project is connected to, where you can access here our database and that we can manage our databases directly from here. So we currently have these 3 tables that this demo comes by default, and with these tables we can drag and drop them into the regions, because these are widgets too. And when we drag and drop them, we can show them the correspondent data, the correspondent records inside of each of these tables, inside of each region. So there are multiple ways of showing dynamic data. We have videos explaining this better. And then we have the switch template that we already used to switch to these templates. And then we have the canvas toggles, which basically what it does is, according with the options here, we can show the background, so we can see when we are designing, so we can see, so we can help us better how to put our elements. And we have the show borders, which basically shows all the elements, so explaining us what is the parents and the child, so it makes easier to select each individual element. Then we have other options here too, that it will show or hide components inside of inside of the canvas area, so inside of the regions. Then we have this button here that we can hide this, so we can work better in the canvas area. Every time that we click in the canvas area, we can see that the top bar here it will show. And this top bar basically is a what you see, what you get bar, that we can do a bunch of things, as you can see here. This is just an example. You can make this italic, so this is just an example. Then below, in the bottom part, we have the main settings of the page. So this is like more advanced level, but basically these main settings, basically we have here a bunch of panels, inner panels inside. The first panel, it is the design panel, where we can edit directly the template. So what is a template? A template, it is a predefined structure with some static elements that we cannot change, and with other elements inside of the regions that we can change. So if we want to change these static items in the templates, then we can go directly to the template and click in this button, and automatically it will open the template editor, where then in the template editor we have access to everything. So what is the advantage of using templates in pages? Is that I can have like 10 pages, I can have all the pages inside of my application using a specific template. And in the future, if I want to change something in that template, I just go to one specific place. I don't need to change that 10 pages. No, I just need to change the template, and automatically all the pages it will be adapted. Additionally, I can change to another template if I want to have a different theme, and I can do that, and automatically all the pages it will be changed to accordingly. Additionally, I can see all the CSS files that I have inside of that templates or inside of this current page, and the JavaScript files too, where I can add new files if I wish. And then we have the content panel here, which basically shows us all the components but in code that we drag and drop into the regions of the templates. So basically this is more for advanced users, more for programmers, that things that you cannot access through this canvas area, you can do it through this content panel. So you can pass parameters to the templates can receive parameters, and that you can pass them. This template doesn't receive any, but it could, where you can change the colors and other settings. To do that, it will show the corresponding parameters to change the colors in here, and that settings it will be you needed to configure in here. So that's a setting that you do from the page level. So each page can have their own color example. It's just an example. Then you have the resources tab, where basically you have all the actions listed here. Basically actions that the components, the HTML components that you have here, it will be used. So every time, like this button it will execute a specific action, probably inserting the data from these fields here into a database. So when you click in this button, you'll call a resource. So a resource that will be listed here, and then this resource here will call probably then another action that could be a business logic service or some other action. And for last, we have here advanced settings, which basically tell us how to parse the page. Like you can cache the page, and you can basically you have a bunch of advanced options that in here you need to be more advanced user to understand this. But basically, just to show you, if you are a no-coder, if you are not an advanced user, the only thing that you need to worry about is you need to go here to the widgets, you need to select the templates, and you need to drag and drop the widgets into your canvas area, into the correspondent regions, and create your own page. Very simple, just by drag and dropping without programming anything. If you want, you can create your own structures. We have here widgets called data structure. If you want to create a form or a list with dynamic data, you can create this dynamically, where basically you follow all the steps, saying okay, which type of structure do you want to have, which type of fields, attributes, everything. So let's say that you want to create this form. So basically this widget, if you drag and drop here, it will ask you basically all the steps to create this form and to convert this form into dynamic data in order to be saved this into a database. And automatically then that data will be created in here, and then you can access directly from here. And basically that's it. This is a very quick overview of the page editor, just to explain to you how this works. So thank you very much.